It has only taken 2 rounds for us to be talking about decisions made by the FIA. Yep, in case you missed it, Fernando Alonso finished in 3rd place for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, but then was handed a 10-second penalty for serving his 5-second penalty incorrectly, as his rear Jackman touched the car before the 5 seconds had been served. So this meant that George Russell was then promoted to P3 and took away Alonso's 100th podium in F1, or so we thought. Aston Martin argued that there had been an agreement between the teams and the governing body that it was incorrect to rule that an agreement between the FIA and the teams that touching the car in any way, including the jack, would constitute working on the car. The stewards accepted this and they had admitted they'd been wrong and then reinstated Alonso back to 3rd place. The frustrating thing about it is that fans and even Fernando Alonso stated after the race, the FIA and the stewards had 35 laps to look at this and a decision could have been made during the race, as Alonso went through the entire podium celebration procedure and then he was told that he wasn't in 3rd place anymore. This is what he exactly had to say. Today has not been good for the fans. When you take 35 laps to apply a penalty and to inform about the penalty and you inform after the podium, there is something really wrong in the system. It is a bit sad for the FIA. Even George Russell, who was handed 3rd place, said that the penalties were harsh for the offences in question. He said, "I understand why these rules are there. At the end of the day, we've got to stick within the guidelines. But I think a little bit of common sense needs to be shown." That line really says it all. Common sense needs to be shown by the FIA. Yes, I know they have a procedure to follow when it comes to applying penalties, but they could do it much quicker instead of leaving things at the end of the race, and especially things that can change the outcome of a podium. In MotoGP, for example, the FIM stewards will look at an incident during the race and apply penalties while the race is still happening. Surely the FIA could do the same. Personally, I am just happy for Fernando Alonso, who deservedly scored his 100th podium in F1, but all of this could have been simply avoided if the FIA learned to read and apply its rules correctly. Let me know in the comments what you think about this penalty situation. I'd love to hear your thoughts as always. Make sure to subscribe to Crash F1 for more content, and we will see you next time.